If it ain't one crazy thing going on, there's always another. The most important lesson that anyone in rideshare, whether driving for Uber or Lyft, can adhere to when you're out on the road: lock your doors. Keep your doors locked. What up, folks? Once again, it is indeed your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. That lesson absolutely applies to this video, or to this discussion we're about to have here. This is out of Tacoma, Washington, but the lesson is there, folks. Article titled, Tacoma woman arrested, accused of attacking man with axe, stabbing Uber driver. Now, this is a story featuring two victims, but how the Uber driver came to be victimized is what we're going to end up discussing. Continuing on, according to the Tacoma Police Department, dispatch received a 911 call from an adult male around 3:30 p.m. He was calling to report his car was being stolen. During the call, investigators say they heard the victim warn the suspect not to hit him with an object. The female suspect had an axe in her hand and reportedly hit him, according to witnesses. Now, this whole thing was caught on camera. So far, we haven't even gotten to the actual rideshare driver. She done already used an axe on somebody else. This was caught on a Ring doorbell camera. The police arrived, and the victim so far was taken to the hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. But the woman who just axed this dude did steal his car. And when the police found his car is when the Uber driver comes into play. And just the awful nature of this is what we're going to be discussing. While officers were in the process of recovering the vehicle, they received a description of an aggravated assault robbery suspect matching the same description of the suspect from the Highland Street car theft. Arriving officers found an Uber driver who was the victim of a stabbing and car theft. The suspect, the same woman from the Highland Park apartments. Now, how this Uber driver encountered this woman is he went to the apartment complex like you or I and many other drivers routinely do, dropped off a passenger, and she was already on scene with the car that she had originally stole from the guy she chopped up with the damn axe. Saw the Uber driver and went over to him, and this whole melee began. So understand, she didn't use the app to contact this Uber driver. He just happened to be on the scene when all this took place. What is the main lesson of the story? Your damn door should be locked. A lot of the nefarious characters that get to rideshare drivers often involve just walking up to the car and unlocking the door. Not all of the individuals that harm us drivers feature someone that used the app, requested we come to the location, and when we did, something happened. I cover a lot of stories where actual bad guys just open up the car and let themselves in. First lesson is keep your damn doors locked. A lot of this stuff could be avoided by keeping your door locked. You hear somebody screwing around with the handle, you got the option of driving off. Talk to them through the window or something like that, but keep your doors locked. And last but not least, we often talk about the symbols. Some metropolitan markets require you mark up your vehicle to let everybody know it's a ride-sharing vehicle. I'm not a fan of that. If you're in a market where by law you don't have to put Uber or Lyft stickers on your car, I highly advise against it. There's really no benefit to doing it. People don't flag us down. It's done through the app. So there's no major benefit to letting everybody know you are an Uber or Lyft driver. But there's a hell of a lot of negatives, such as people walking up to your car and trying to open the door. Perhaps maybe you're in front of a club waiting for the next call. Somebody sees that you're an Uber or Lyft, tries to jump in your car to flag you down like a taxi. That's not how the game works. So there's no benefit. In my humble opinion, perhaps you see differently, but I don't think there's any benefit to labeling your vehicle an Uber or Lyft vehicle. In fact, if you are in a market where they require it by law, I suggest labeling your vehicle in a way that is easily removable. Meaning, I would probably put a light in my window that says Uber or Lyft versus stickers on the vehicle, because I can turn off the damn light in between trips. Or if I put a sticker on my vehicle, I would probably affix it to some cardboard or something first and then tape it to the window. That way I could take it down anytime I want. Remember the taxi business? They used to have the visor they'd flip down and it says for hire on it or not, so they could move it back and forth. Something of that nature where you can remove the labeling if you need to, because I strongly believe it's not always in your best interest to identify as a rideshare driver. Carjackers in particular, this happens often. I've covered carjackers where they saw an Uber or Lyft vehicle because they know us drivers are quite accustomed to dealing with strangers. You're willing to let a stranger in your vehicle a lot quicker than some average individual. You're not alarmed by a stranger jumping in your vehicle because you deal with them all damn day. So a lot of carjackers target us when they see you with these stickers in your car and walk up and open your damn door. Then you can put a pistol to their head or whatever and make your demands because, once again, we deal with strangers. But I don't favor labeling your car. Let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. The outcome to this case, though, investigators said a good Samaritan applied a tourniquet to the wounds. The victim, an adult male, was stabbed multiple times in his chest and on his arms. TPD said the victim, who did not know his attacker, was taken to a local hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. That's what we're talking about. This woman, 21-year-old assailant, was not an Uber or Lyft passenger. She just literally walked up to his car and attacked the hell out of him and took his vehicle. The lessons are similar. Keep your damn doors locked. You could certainly have potentially stopped this from happening because she had a blade. She didn't have a pistol. Windows up, doors locked. What do you want? Drive off. You don't have to talk to the woman. Would have been an easy way to avoid this. Certainly keep your head on a swivel. We talk about that all the time. Don't be, so focused on your damn phone. Certainly if you're dealing with certain neighborhoods that you don't know what the hell is going on around you. Highly advise you always pay attention, particularly when you're dropping off passengers and picking folks up. We've covered a numerous stories. This is when folks that are in your car, their ops, for lack of a better word, comes and gets them. Maybe you're picking up some guys and there are folks who are looking to cause harm to them. Whether you're picking them up or driving them off, this is where a lot of times folks strike. I've covered stories of people being shot to death in rideshare cars, sometimes the driver also being lost in the entire event. So understand it does happen. 21-year-old woman, Tacoma police said the woman was transported to Pierce County Jail and booked on 2 counts of aggravated assault and 2 counts of first-degree theft. She's expected to appear in court later this week. Now, stabbing an Uber driver in the chest, why isn't this shit attempted murder? Why isn't this attempted murder? I'm not going to get into a huge beef about folks not being, charged properly or letting bad guys go, but already she's only been charged with ag assault when she plunged a blade into somebody's chest. How the hell that doesn't count as attempted murder makes no sense to me. According to the article, he was stabbed several times in the chest. What else are you trying to do? That's not trying to assault somebody. Damn it, she's trying to kill him. So she certainly got a pass on the charges already. I don't know how it'll turn out, but just wanted to let you folks know that this shit happens. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't ever think or fall under some belief that ride sharing is not extremely dangerous. Happens to a lot of us. It's your boy Tim. Feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.